Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational here on 2K Sports. We're picking things up at the 6th. Let's get into it. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, so close. Job done. Let's head to the next. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
This is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
Little birdie look in here.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Putting for a par here. Yeah, we'll take that. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Machine. Choosing the 9-iron here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Eddie, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
It looks like they have a good lie here in the sand.
Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. And here we are with their 4th. Five feet coming up to the cup. Looking good. And that'll be a bogey for them on this hole. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And this putt coming up for his par. Nice little putt to hole, that one. Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Well, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go, some good opportunities on the back 9 to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up.
Nicely done.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? No, that's too bad. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Sitting at 4 over for the day. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
A bit short with that effort.
Putting for par. Good looking putt. For the par. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Fairway bunker shots aren't the easiest, but you made that look pretty straightforward. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. "15 feet to the cup."
This one to save par.
Okay, steady now. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Yep, well holed for bogey. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
Uh-oh, this one's heading to the hazard. Playing their 4th shot. Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. That's frustrating. Well, it's a bit disappointing. And there it is. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh, almost went in. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he...
Ah, what a shot from the bunker. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Opting for the 9-iron. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
That's the right option. Put it back in play. Getting ready to play their third.
Wind coming right at him.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Big time play, that one. At the right time, too.
This tall player is just streets ahead now.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Just didn't drop. And this one is for his par. Currently at 7 over par. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, that was a strange one. Didn't see that happening. That's disappointing.
Not too sure what they were thinking. Too much club.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Just this putt remaining for a round of 78. Oh, just missed. That's disappointing. This next putt is for bogey. And that brings to close today's round. Well, Rich, it's fair to say that this player didn't quite have their best stuff this week.
Hey, Luke, I got to say, not the performance that this player was expecting, but I got to say, I personally got a few chuckles out of the round seeing some of the places they hit it. I thought it was pretty fun.
Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Rich, how do you see it?
Zalatoris had the edge in their last meeting, Luke, so I'll be interested to see if they can pull out the win this time around.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Playing now from the fairway bunker. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Has to put this one downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. Sitting at a couple over for the day. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
And here we are with the third shot. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Not their best stroke. Seem to have pulled that one. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Oh, terrific. What an effort.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. Currently at +1 for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
That's not what they were looking for. And this from the greenside rough. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. I like the look of this. And in it goes for the par. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Even for the day. Not your best effort. Still a mid-range putt coming up. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
That's inside the range. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Let's take a look at Will Zalatoris. Oh, caught up in some branches. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
And coming up well short.
Trying to get to even par with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Like the look of this one. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow there's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
It was on a good line. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Oh, that was pure. Sitting at +1. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, Rich, how good is that?
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Oh, good look at birdie here.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Yes, next one from the beach. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup. They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Putting for birdie.
They've got this to get ahead of Will Zalatoris and leave him in their dust trail.
A bit too much pace on that one.
Looks good.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
they can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
And just in the first cut here. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, so close. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. That's some good golf right there. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
An opportunity to make their par. Nice stroke. Patrick Cantlay is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14th.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
He's looking to hole this to tie with Will Zalatoris.
Wow, that's misjudged. Putting for bogey. And nicely holed. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a birdie. Starting to look really good.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-stroke lead. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Oh, that's good grit there.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5, Rich, the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
They're still chasing their first win of the season.
Couple of top fives so far this year, Luke, but hasn't gotten the W yet, but it's close.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Okay, steady now. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Wow, nice little sand shot there. Came real close. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
And that will do it for this player today. Well, there you have it, Henny. This player was unable to take them down before, but now they've finally done it. They've won this rivalry.
Indeed they have, Luke. If at first you don't succeed, try again. They took that saying to heart and they came out on top.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.